Hello everyone, it's Kaloa here today, and today we are keeping with the Halloween theme, the finale of this month-long Halloween series. We're doing the house from the movie Psycho. Yes, the one from the 60s. I think it's from 1960 actually. So yeah, this is the Bates house. I don't know if you've seen the movie. I hadn't seen the movie, but when I decided to make like a classical horror movie house, I watched it. It was pretty good actually. I thought I was gonna get bored or something, but by the end of the movie I was so hooked. So if you haven't watched it, I would totally recommend it. It's on Netflix. Well, I watched it on Netflix. I assume it's on Netflix in other countries too. And yeah, this is like an old Victorian house. Like this was supposed to look like an old house in the 60s, so it's like a really old house, you know. It has those square top roofs, which we don't have in The Sims, so I did my best to replicate them. It does have like a little fence on top, so I used the windows to make it look like it had fences. This house, even it's a pretty small house for as far as Victorian houses in movies go. It's pretty small. The the guy who lives here, Norman Bates, is not very rich. Well, I'm not gonna tell you too much about him in case you wanna watch the movie. I don't wanna spoil it for you. But yeah, this house was originally built for this specific movie. But it's been on many other movies because Psycho, the movie, is just so iconic that it's appeared in many other movies. There's a lot of stories with this house. I looked some of them up. The actual house for the movie, it wasn't a full house. You could just see this side, just the front, this side wall, and a little bit of the back can be seen, and that was all there was. But then I don't know if it was for the second movie of Psycho, which I haven't seen. I just watched the first one. They finished the house, and this house was moved from. It was built in the movies. In the I think it was built in Universal Studios, like in the studio's grounds, because they wanted to save costs and not have to like buy a property to just build the house, you know. So yeah, it's right now it's actually on Studio Universal, and there's like a tour. I'm not sure how it works. I've never been to a Studio Universal store, but there are several pictures where you can see like a tour bus driving in front of this house. And I think this is a fact. I'm not 100% sure, so don't quote me on it. But I'm pretty sure that um, one time Jim Carrey hid behind the house. He was in. I think he dressed up or something as Norman Bates' mother and jumped out of the house. jumped from the side of the house to scare the 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 all the people that were on the tour, including the guide. So, and apparently he tried to recreate that prank when he was filming The Grinch, but they didn't let him because nobody knew they were doing The Grinch yet, and he was in full Grinch makeup. But he did recreate it later when I don't remember what, if he was in an outfit or what. But yeah, I thought that was a really fun uh, story. I found it on the Universal Studios page. I think they have like a a, a, a page on their website just dedicated to this house, which I found very interesting. So this house, even though it's pretty small, I had a hard time furnishing it because we didn't have that many old Victorian items, and I didn't want to repeat too much stuff because this is like a mix and match house. It's not everything goes together. Well, because in the movie we don't see the interiors that much. They just look cluttered. I didn't make them as cluttered as they looked because I don't know, I didn't feel like putting too much clutter in. Some of the rooms are more cluttered. But anyway, we don't see the interior that much, but what we see is cluttered and it looks old and it looks like not cared for. So I tried to do that. I didn't want to overuse the cracks in the wall either, because even though it looked like a messy house, it didn't look like it was in turning into ruins, you know. But a little bit about uh, the story of Norman Bates, who lives here, in case you don't know. He owns a motel, a Bates Motel. That motel is downhill from this house. I just built this house because we didn't have terrain tools yet, and you know, maybe when we have terrain tools, I will build the motel to go with this house. Yeah, that could be cool. But yeah, he runs the motel that his mother built, and yeah, I want to tell you more, but I really don't want to spoil the movie for you because even though it's a really old movie, it's been out, geez, 60 years ago. Yeah, even if it's a 60-year-old movie. I hope I did the math right there. Well, anyway, even though it's a really old movie, not a lot of people have seen it. I I knew about the movie because one of my teachers had us I mean, I know it because it's like, you know, popular culture or whatever, but I knew more about the movie because a teacher had us re-edit the the scary the part the classic part that probably the only part that everyone has seen, where um where a girl is killed in the shower with the classic music that I don't know if that music is copyrighted, so I didn't put it in the video, but I wanted to put that music for the screenshots. But I put another creepy, scary music. But well, anyway, I got sidetracked. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, the scene where they killed that girl. Um, with the music and she screams and you see a knife and then you see stabs, and then you see her bleeding, and that scene. Um, yeah, he had us re-edit that scene because we were like learning about uh, sound and like cut like little uh, little pieces of what of footage that can be cut together to look scary, even though you don't see like the actual knife going into her, but you understand that because you see those two images one after another. Well, anyway, this the room we're doing right now. This is Norman's room. Yes, it does look like a child's bedroom. We see that briefly in the movie towards the end. And yeah, this house has two bedrooms. A mother's bedroom. They just call her mother. She doesn't have a name, I don't think, or don't remember it from the movie. And Norman's bedroom. There's a bathroom with a shower upstairs, and downstairs there's just a toilet and a sink. And this house has a lot of curtains, and pretty heavy curtains. You can see that from the motel down the hill. Uh, and you can always see like the figure of mother through her bedroom window, like like peeking through the curtains. Um, I didn't wasn't sure on the layout of this build. The outside I did do it as close to the actual house as possible, but the inside I did it like based on what I'd seen in the movie and some googling, you know. But like it has all the basic stuff: the basement, uh, the stairs are where they're supposed to be, near the front door. Um, Mother's bedroom on the left, and also the living room we see on the left. And yeah, if you're wondering what that skeleton is doing there in the basement in front of a chair, then you should watch the movie, because I cannot tell you, because I'm not gonna tell you why, because that would be spoilery too. I really think it's a good movie. I wasn't expecting to like it as much as I did. In fact, it makes me want to watch Bates Motel, which is a series that released a while ago. It's been around for quite a while. I remember seeing the the ads for the first season, but I never I never even knew what it was about. Oh, and we're into the cinematics. I didn't make screenshots then. Well, anyway, I'm gonna leave you with the cinematics. So bye bye, enjoy. Give it a like. You can download it on the gallery too. Bye.